boss saying we were going to Mars. We're going to the moon.
Yeah, I don't want to detract from anything anybody thinks or saying. Mars is hard, really, really, really hard. It's hard because, again, when Mars and the Earth on the same side of the planet, same side as the sun, if they're on the same side, you're like 35 million miles. The transit time of communication is like 3 to 6 minutes. You speak before that you get something back. It's like 6 minutes. When Earth, I say Earth, and Mars is on the other side of the sun, that's like 250 million miles. And the transit time for communication is 42 minutes. So you're basically autonomous because it takes sound or sound speed of light is 186,000 miles a second to traverse that far and go all the way out communication, come all the way back. So you're autonomous. You have to be, and that makes it very difficult. Things break on the space station. We can fix it. We go outside and fix it. We fix them inside. Things are going to break on any mission that goes to Mars. So additive manufacturing, 3D printing, it's got to be robust. You're going to have to print a part. You may have to print a tool to install the part, or both. That's got to be robust. I was actually the first person to do 3D printing in space back in 2015. Just happened to be the timing. I was there when that experiment was going up, and this was just plastics, but polymers get more, get stronger in what we're using, and we're baby stepping our way into trying to do that because we're going to have to be able to do those type of things when you think about going to Mars. You think about the food. How much food? You're going to rely on a crop that you're growing? What if you have a bad crop and it didn't produce? You're kind of you don't have options, right? So just nourishment of the astronauts and all how that plays out. And so for many, many reasons, Mars is hard. Mars getting to the surface is hard. Nobody knows this, but I was on not nobody, but very few people understand this. I was on an interplanetary landing evaluation team. This is many, many years ago. And we surmised that get to the surface of Mars. So let me real quick give you a little background. The Earth has a certain mass. A heavenly body's gravitational pull is based on its mass. That's 9.8 meters per second squared at the surface, 32.2 feet per second squared. That's the acceleration we feel sitting here in this chair towards the center of the Earth. Mars is about 0.38, 4/10 the size of the Earth. It's smaller, right? So it's got less mass. Its mass is less. So it's got less mass, therefore it has less gravity at the surface. Mars has just enough gravity to hold an atmosphere. You go to the moon, it's even smaller. It's got 1/6 the gravity at the surface. It doesn't have enough gravity to hold an atmosphere. So there's the surface of the moon, you're in a vacuum. But you go back to Mars, the Mars atmosphere is about 1/100th the density of our atmosphere. We use our atmosphere to slow down. Friction builds up. You saw the video earlier. It's got 3,000 degree, plasma ball that says you're coming in, slowing you down. The Mars atmosphere, the mass that we're taking to the surface now slows down in the atmosphere the same, but it's only 1/100th the density of ours. It's harder to slow down. And so you take the mass of what we're taking to the surface now, compared to the mass we got to take to go to the surface with humans, it's exponentially more mass, harder to slow down. It's almost impossible to slow that amount of mass down to get safely to the surface of the moon, to the surface of Mars. We surmised that it would take 6 supersonic parachutes the size of 6 football fields to slow down enough